first of all, I just would like to say I'm not a professional makeup artist. I'm not an expert. Everything that you will see and hear on this video is just how I cope with my hooded eyes and the things, the tricks and tips that work for me. So I will include eyeshadow application, eyeliner and false eyelashes, because I had quite a few questions about that. So I will try to explain, and if your eyes are very much like mine, then all these things should work for you perfectly. If they're a bit more hooded or droopy, you can adjust. It is hard to cope with hooded, droopy eyes and trying to make your makeup look good. And I've had droopy eyes for most of my life. I think I was just born with that shape of eyes, and by droopy eyes I mean they turn down. I will zoom in soon on my eyes so you can see a bit better. But also obviously with age, my eyelids got a bit heavier, and it's not only that, the skin on your eyelids stops being nice and taut and lovely black canvas that that you can create all these lovely eyeshadow looks. It becomes a bit more crepey and loose, and when you put your eyeshadow on, the skin moves with the brush, so yeah, it's not fun. But there are things we can do. Second thing, please forget everything else on my face. My makeup is not very good, my hair is terrible, but as some of you might know, my gorgeous baby boy, my son, has just gone away for a week on a school football tour to Malta. So Liz's been so kind updating me on the weather and stuff like that. So thank you, Liz. He's having wonderful time. I've already had a few phone calls from him. So I'm trying to keep myself busy, hence my terrible look. I'm cleaning today. I'm cleaning, keeping myself busy. But I want to, as I have so much time because I don't have to worry about Max, I thought I film as many videos as I can. So I've done a bit of cleaning and washing, and I thought I sit down and do this. So that's why I'm not looking very nice. I've just slapped on my BB cream, some powder. My eyebrows are probably not that good. Forget about the rest. Today's all about eyes. Okay, so let me zoom in a bit. Don't get scared. Okay, that should be scary enough. Okay, so some of you might think and say that I don't really have hooded eyes. Well, I have, but as you all know, I talk like this a lot. And just as well, because that's the only way my eyes are not hooded. So, first advice, if you have hooded droopy eyes, talk like this. Keep lifting your, look surprised all the time. But I will try to show you now when I don't talk like this, when I don't look surprised, what my eyes really look like, and without any makeup, because obviously with makeup we can give off that illusion that our eyes are bigger or not hooded. Okay, so that's what I look normally like. As you can see, my eyes point downwards because that's the shape of eye I have, and that's what I call droopy eye, like a puppy dog eye. And obviously you can see that my lid is properly sitting on my eyelashes, almost covering my eyelashes. I hope you can see that well. So I do have hooded eyes. I know I have quite a big area between my hood and my eyebrow, but that does not matter. So first rule, never ever put light shimmery eyeshadow here, because that will, anything that is light and shimmery brings things out, so it's gonna bring your hood out. Your eye is gonna look even heavier. Whatever you want to hide, you make it darker and matte. And I thought what I do for this purpose, I make one eye up how you should do it and one how you shouldn't, and hopefully we'll see the difference. So my eyes are prepped. So the first thing to open up your eye is you want to make the lid that is covered bigger to give the illusion that your eye is not closed and you have some lid there. So for that purpose you use something light and shimmery. It doesn't have to be shimmery, matte is fine. Actually, don't ever use too shimmery eyeshadows for mature eyes. I do sometimes, you know, but so what. I'll probably do a lot of things that I shouldn't, but I don't care. But generally, the less shimmery the better. You won't show the crepey eyes so much and stuff like that. Satin finish is quite good. So let me use Brulee from MAC. I think it's quite matte, well, matte satiny finish. And then I'm going to use all that glitters on the top of it. Okay, can you see straight away how you can see more, well, you think that I've got a bigger lid here than here. Now, if I, on the other side, put all that glitters on the top here, I hope you can see the difference. So on this eye, I've only put the light shadow on my mobile lid, on my eyebrow. On this eye, I've put it not here, but above. Sorry, I'm looking at myself, but I need to see what I'm pointing at. Can you see? I really hope you can see this. You see my lid here, the space between my eyelash line and the lid. On here, you can't see it. You just see my lash and this space here. You just see my hood. I really hope you can see that. Okay, so next thing, when you've done that, remember this is the bright eye, that's how we do it. We need to, you know, as with hooded eyes, we don't have a crease. Our crease is right under there, but if we put something right under there, like, let me do a bit here. This is our crease with hooded eyes. Can't really see much once you put your eye down. So we almost have to create this artificial crease, and for that purpose use matte eyeshadow, not too dark. So I usually use MAC Kid, that's it, MAC Kid, or soft brown or cork, any one of those. Take one of those brushes and you want to decide where you put that crease. Well, I put it about here. And that gives depth to this bit, giving the illusion that you've got all this big open eyelid, which I really don't, as you've seen at the beginning. So I really hope you can see the difference now between those two eyes, how that one looks open up, whereas that one still has that hood hanging there. Right, if I put the same dark eyeshadow, and by the way, I'm using Kid. If I put it on my lower lid here, so I do almost reverse. I put the dark all the way down here, and I have the light here. Okay, I hope you can see that this eye looks bigger and less hooded than this one. Okay, so after doing that, you could leave it like this. That's all. That would be like your very natural look. You've just managed to open up your eye and make you look less hooded. Okay, next thing you could do, if you want to then carry on with, you know, all the crease and everything, then you would use this as your guideline, because obviously I'll show you in a minute on the other eye. So this is your guideline. So I could leave it like this, do my eyelashes and go, and I look like I have not so hooded eye. Another trick to open up your eye is you take the same eyeshadow, Kid or soft brown or cork, and you put it because I think that creates a shadow then and opens up your eye a bit. Okay, so that's first stage. So again, I hope you can really see the difference between two eyes. Now, if you want to carry on and do something more fancy with this eye, take the same Kid and now follow your lower lash line. I will try to keep my eyes quite not like this, and try to draw a line to meet that crease line. Okay, and I appreciated that some of you probably have really hooded eyes like this and you can't maybe even lift them. If you just remember to correct the shape, if your eye is like this, when you draw in the dark line, instead of going down, go more that way. That way you lift in your eye. I hope I'm explaining myself. Okay, so I am connecting now these two, and now this corner is my template, and that's where I can go now and play with my outer V. So I don't know, what color shall I take? Oh, I've got Naked palette here as well. Let's take Sidecar. I'm gonna take Sidecar from Naked palette, and this is quite shimmery, and I'm just gonna now play in this corner underneath my guideline. Okay, underneath, because I'm gonna blend it out into it. So I tell you, the best brush for that is something like this. It's a little fluffy angled brush. This one is quite old. It's actually Costco one from, not the Christmas just gone, but Christmas before. I always buy those Costco brushes because some of them are really good. Okay, so I've done that. Then I take one of these fluffy brushes, and you've been asking about it. I love that brush for soft blending. This is a Royal and Langnickel Silk Pro C430 crease brush. And all you do is go over that up to that guideline, okay? So watch now, even if I'm not talking like this, My eyes are down. Look at the difference. That eye looks really lifted, even though that hood is still hanging there, just like that one. But look at the difference. Then I am going to use another color, which is Hustle, for example, and just make it darker here. So basically you can use whatever colors you want, as long as you go back in with a clean brush and just blend it. Okay, I won't go any further. I don't want to make it too complicated. Now let me do this eye. If I didn't do this, I'm just gonna try to, if I didn't have hooded eye and had proper crease, so like I said, my crease is here just by that bone, I'm going without that guideline, try to do my crease with the same colors, but the way you shouldn't do it. Oh, sorry, you can see. So that would be just my crease, because my crease is just here. I'm not going any further. And I'm using the same colors. So I'm using the sidecar first. And then I'm going to use Hustle. And I can blend it a bit, just in that crease. Okay. I hope you can see the difference now. Can you see how I made that eye look actually worse? So that's what happens to us people with hooded eyes that don't have defined crease. We might watch those videos of these beautiful young girls. They have amazing eyes with taut skin and they show you where the crease is. So obviously you try to do it on your eye, but your crease is in totally different place and is covered by the hood, so you can't do what they do. Okay. Another thing you can do to lift the eye is put something shimmery just here in a arch of your eyebrow. That really lifts your eye. So let's grab a brush, and I'm gonna use Sin from Naked palette. That's very nice highlighting color. Okay, another good trick to lift your eye is go with quite natural brown looking color like the Kid, and you can shade this bit a bit here. Okay, and also I've seen another trick, and that I think was Ghost Makeup Artist, and that really works well. You can do that with bronzer or with an eyeshadow, and I will do it with eyeshadow. It's a different brush. This bit here, from that corner into your temple, just shade that slightly. So yeah, that's not my trick. That I've seen, I think, Ghost makeup artists do that. I'm sure it was him. Almost in like a triangle. Can you see that? I think that really helps, but this looks ridiculous. So that would be for eyeshadow. So I hope I explained really well. Now for eyeliner. First thing is you need a really good brush, and honestly Lisa Diwan first talked about it, and this is Louise Young brush, eyeliner brush, LY24. This is amazing, but it's no good having good brush if your gel eyeliner is very dry and hard, because it's not going to be smooth and fluid. What I've just done with this is still warm. I've put it on a radiator, so 15 minutes before I need to use it, I put it on a radiator because they all dry out a bit to soften it, so it's more liquidy and it goes on better. Okay, what not to do if you have a hooded eye. Let me do this one first. Oh, it's lovely and soft, might be even too soft. What you don't want to do, I always also have to stretch my eye most of the time. So what you don't want to do is you do your line and then you just follow your eye shape. Right, you don't want to do that because that just brought my eye down. So this is so hard to do. Okay, that's what you don't want to do. What you want to do is don't lift your eye because that's not gonna give you true place of your eyeliner. Just be as normal as you can. Look forward, start at the lower lash line, and you want to sort of follow the eyeshadow shape and up. So I'm drawing this first, very, very lightly. Again, like a template. Once I've got that, I can then stretch my eye because it's much easier to paint it. Okay, so I've got my line and that has lifted my eye. And all I do now is draw a line here. And obviously on here, that'd be my beauty spot. I really can't see, my mirror is too far away. Okay, so I go up to here and then from here I'm going to join this line. And believe me, that brush makes it really, really easy. Or if you better with, you know, those liquid eyeliners that look like pens, you know what I mean, then you can do it with that. I do it sometimes with that as well, but I just feel I get more control with that. Okay, can you see the difference now? How that is lifted, that is drooping. So even if I close my eye, if I make it droopy, I still have that line going up a bit. If you have very, very droopy eye like this and you can't lift it, I would only do your line up to here. You know, just do it up to here. Don't do any flicks, don't go too far down. Just finish before your outer corner and do all the lifting with the eyeshadow. Okay? Sorry, it's not looking very nice, that line, because I can't be close enough to the mirror and to the camera. So I hope that helped for eyeliner. So remember, don't just follow the shape of your eye, because you know what our shape is. Not very nice. Okay, that is what would happen if I just follow the shape of the eye. And we don't want. So I hope that explains the eyeliner. Before you put false lashes on, put just like one coat of mascara. It's not important to make your lashes really big. Okay, so I'm just going to use one coat of mascara. Let's talk about lashes. Okay, my very, very favorite ones for every day and also when I go out, if it's not full-blown makeup, are Ardell Invisiband. Don't know if you can see it. It's not focusing. Demi Pixies. And I've got a pair open here. Let me explain why they are so good. They will be a bit clamped with glue because you know you can reuse your lashes. If you can see, that one is all glooped up here with glue. All you do is very rubbery. You just pull the glue off the band before you use it again. Right, so they are invisible because as you can see, the band is not solid. And I love that the eyelashes are only thick in certain places and not in others. That's what gives you that more natural look. So when you're starting with eyelashes, I would start with that, or there is Revlon Beyond Natural, and this is 2 pairs. Do they have any number? There is sort of number on here, very long number. You get 2 pairs, but you know, it really doesn't matter about the make of lashes or numbers. I just want to show you what they should look like. So these are another ones that look quite natural. Can you see the band is not very solid and the hair is very wispy. So if you're not that good with lashes, I would start with something like that, because they're not going to look ridiculous even if you don't put them on as well. Then you can move on like this, and these are, I don't know why they call natural, because there's nothing natural about them. And these are 131. If you look at the band on those, you can see it's very thick and very dark. These are brilliant to really open your eye out when you're going out. So I'll show you the difference. Okay, say I'm using this one. So obviously the shorter hair is going to be in your inner corner, the longer hair on the outer corner. Very often, most of the time, you will notice that the eyelashes are far too big, too long for your eyes. You don't want your eyelashes start in the corner and go past here. You want your eyelashes start about here and finish there. Let's see how that one goes. I don't have any glue on it. That one is actually a perfect fit. And can you see, they have a bit of sticky glue, that's why they stick, but I obviously haven't stuck it on. So can you see it starts about here, where you naturally would see your own eyelashes, and finishes here. You mustn't have them long finishing here. If they're too long, always trim the end, you know, the outside corner, and start with a couple of hairs, and if they're still too long, you know. Okay, let me put on some of these Ardell 131, the ones that are more of a, you know, in your face lashes. Okay, these ones. So as you can see, they've got quite solid band, they are quite thick and very black. Yep, these ones are good size as well. But remember, if you have a hooded eye, don't stick the lash right where your natural eyelash goes down here, because then they will drop. You want that corner tiny bit higher. Yeah, if then you have a gap, but you shouldn't, because you've got that dark eyeliner there, you shouldn't have a gap, but if you do, you can fill it in with the liner. So that's the trick for the lashes. Let me show you quickly my Demi Pixies, because they are my favorite lashes. They are just so cute, and they are very good size. You don't need to trim them at all. See how gorgeous they look. and they really open up your eyes. Another thing, you know, sometimes you can see these eyelashes, fake eyelashes, that the outer corners are not pointing up, they're sort of pointing straight, and like don't get these ones because they will really make your eyes look hooded. So you've seen me wearing the Red Cherries number 43. These are gorgeous. Any of those that look very wispy are quite nice as well, but these are so long. Let me apply these 131, Ardell 131, because they are quite thick, so you will see it the best. So on one eye I will apply them correctly, on the other eye I won't. What I do with my glue, any glue if it comes with it, I squeeze it on my hand, tiny blob. That way you're not gonna flood your lashes. I have these tiny, what they're Q-tips. What you do, you take your eyelash. This one is already full of glue, unfortunately. So I'm gonna apply, which one is that? Okay, I will apply this one correctly. So first of all, I hold it in my hand. I take a bit of glue on that thing, and I don't know if you can see it, and I just drag it on a band, cover it quite well. And the most important thing in this is to wait a minute. 1 minute is very long when you're just sitting there and waiting, because the glue needs to go a bit tacky. It's so, believe me, it's so much easier to put it on, because as soon as you put it on, it sticks. When it's wet like this, if you do it straight away, it's gonna be moving all over the place and sticking to your eyelid and everywhere. So you can even blow on it. Okay, so I've started somewhere here, and then the corner. If you feel that it's not long enough here, just pull it a bit. And this one, go with this one a bit higher. Then I take my Louisiana or any thin brush, and I push the band down. Okay, so there is my lash. Lovely. Let's do the other one now, the way you don't do it. Let's imagine that this lash is far too long. Do you know what? I actually think that those lashes were too long, because I've got here another pair, and this pair is much longer. So let me apply one that is longer so you can see how awful that looks. So this is again Ardell 131, but not cut. So there is the lash, and before you put the glue on, you want to try if it fits your eye. So yeah, so you start where you want to start, and yes, you can see that one is far too long. Even if I put it up, it would look ridiculous. But let me stick that one as it is, so you can see what a difference it makes. If you do your eyelashes wrong, you can make your hooded eyes look even worse. Okay, I'm just applying glue on it. I really hope I'm explaining myself well, and like I said, you know, I don't want any negative comments. I know what I'm saying might be a lot of rubbish, but it works for me, works for my eyes, and I just hope that it might help some of you. You don't have to do what I do or take my advice. Okay, so there is too big lash. Because it is too long, and then I'm following You can still see a bit of glue, don't worry, because that's gonna just dry clear. But you can see what that lash has done to me. It's far too long, and I followed the shape of my eye. It doesn't even want to stick, it's so long now. It basically made my eye look even worse, really hooded. So if you come, I'm not even looking surprised now. I have my eyebrows down. I hope you can see the difference between the two eyes. That's how not to treat your hooded eye. This is how to treat your hooded eye. And if I go like this, it looks even better. How does that look from a distance as well? Okay. So as you see, they're the same eyes, but look different. I really, really hope that was of help to you. If you have any more questions, just leave me a comment down below. So thank you very much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye!